What is cracking, everybody? You're back with Mr. Berger. Tonight I'm going to be doing some live matches with this viral Mortar Rascals Bait deck, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure to let me know if you like this live match format, and I will be sure to do some more. But before I get to that, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Condor on Twitter. He made these hilarious fan art drawings after I did that video on how to destroy your opponent's king tower before their princess towers. It's the first time I've gotten anything like that, except for of course my students in my day job who give me drawings of myself. For example, the Mr. Berger over here to the side was one of my students' doings. So other than that, make sure to leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Leave a comment in the comment section below if you like this format, or if you have any suggestions, or if you just want to say hi or have any questions. And if you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so. I do videos like this from time to time, but I mostly do deck showcases a couple times a week. I share a lot of really fun decks with you. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get on to tonight's main video. Alright guys, here is the deck. There's a few variations of it that are really popular right now. For example, sometimes you'll see people running bats instead of spear goblins, but I decided to go with the spear goblins this time. I invested a little bit. I didn't have them leveled up on this account, but I did it here just for this video. And you gotta get the minion horde up a little bit. That's kind of core because you want to be able to punish with that, and it's a hard defensive unit, or card rather. Then you got the goblin gang, the rascals, the spear goblins, and the minion horde. All give you elements of bait. You got the miner for kind of your mini tank, and you can use them for deadly counter pushes with any of those bait units. And then of course you got the mortar, which is kind of your main win condition. And then I opted to go with fireball and log. Personally, I usually use zap, but I decided to switch it up. This is a really good deck for ladder and challenges, and I'm going to be playing it on ladder here on my alt account, so I'm going to be a little bit over leveled, but these aren't the main cards that I requested, so not super over leveled. More likely my king tower is just going to be a little bit over leveled. So without further ado, why don't we go ahead and just jump into some live matches here. Alright, so I'm sitting at just under, just over 3,900 trophies. So I'm going to try to push up to 4K here. It should be no problem with this account. And then probably do a few more. One thing that I've noticed with this deck is it's, naturally as with most siege decks, you don't get necessarily a lot of opportunities to get 3 crown victories, or sometimes you play into draws. It's a lot of long matches, so I might actually profit more when I have the longer overtime when I'm above 4K trophies, but we'll see how it goes here. Let's go ahead and put a little pressure on the right side, put a mortar down there, get that going with the offensive mortar. That's going to take out the ice spirit, hopefully. Oop, not quite. Shoot. I didn't have log for that. I probably could have fireballed that skeleton army, that would have worked out, but I decided not to. Let's see if the goblin gang, no, that's not going to take that out for sure. What I can do though is send in the miner here. I use the spear goblins to kind of finish that off, and then I got the minion horde here to counter the hog there. Get a little bit of chip damage on the right there with the spear goblins. They are level 12, which is really high level for this trophy range, or not really high level, but pretty decent. So they do a good job of chipping away at the right tower there. I'm not too worried about that dart goblin. I'll let him get his few swings off. I don't want to invest, too much elixir or any of my cards into countering that. Just use the mortar to get a few swings off, or a few shots off on that right tower there. Yep, that's already 2 shots. And I mean, even if you get just 1, that's a pretty successful mortar. I'll switch it up this time and use a goblin gang to defend against that hog. It's got the ice spirit there. Doesn't do too much. Goblin gang takes out the hog pretty well. I'm wondering if I should use the log. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and use it on this princess. Might want to save it for something else, but I just want to take her out. Let's see. I'll let that dark goblin do his damage again. Let's go in for a little bit of chip damage on the right here. Let's see. Maybe rascals, get those down there. Probably going to go for some goblin gang after this one. Try to establish a little bit of control here. I don't want to place the mortar right in the fray there, so I'm going to put it off to the left there. Maybe it'll take out that princess. Yes, it does. Okay, then I can safely minion horde here to take out that hog. Ooh, it's going to get the dark goblin. Oh, no, it doesn't quite. Alright, well, shoot. Should I do it? Should I log it? I'll save it. I got fireball here. I'm going to actually log that skeleton army and get that chip damage off Oh man, I could have gotten the princess too if I waited just a little bit longer. But regardless, let her connect to the tower, and then I'll kill her with the spear goblins, and they should finish off that right tower there. And I think that is pretty much going to be GG, so I'm just going to play defense here. I'm going to use the mortar on defense, because I don't really have any chance. I don't have rocket or any super heavy spell, so I don't really have a chance to take out that left tower there before the end of the timer. So I figured why not just kind of play defense for a little bit. And yeah, it worked out pretty well. Alright guys, why don't we go ahead and move on to another match. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so, oh no, only a level 10, that's unfortunate. But anyway, let's go ahead and give him a good luck. He opens with the elixir pump. I will go ahead and fireball that right off the bat. Try to get it away, take away some damage there. A lot of pros say, you want to send something in with the spell, so you have the potential to get more value. So maybe I should have done that. But either way, you generally want to fireball or poison or lightning or rocket their elixir pump as soon as you see it, or at some point where you can get that full value from it. Ooh, that's not good. I'll go ahead and Rascals here. Oh, that sucked. Oh well, mistakes were made. Am I right? Yeah, that was really bad too. Oh no. Alright, it's okay. We all make terrible mistakes from time to time. Try not to get tilted. I'm going to use that right there, and then maybe push it back a little bit with the log. Yeah, that'll take that out. Oh, that worked out pretty well actually. Log doing a good job of, not necessarily taking out a log bait card, but just pushing back the mini P.E.K.K.A. and the wizard and buying me a little bit of time. Very versatile card, a lot of fun to play. I'll go ahead and send in the mortar on the right here, and then as long as I fireball that thing before it gets more than 2 hits off, then, or 2 pumps off rather, I should say, then I'm good to go. So I'll go ahead and do it now. Nice. Mortar got a shot off on the tower as well, so that's good. Oh, I do have the miner. Honestly, I should probably be saving the miner and be trying to use that for the pumps. That was silly of me. That'd be a better option. But hindsight's 20/20. First time playing this deck is earlier tonight. I just tried a few matches with it, so I'm still getting acquainted with it. So now that I know that, I'll try to keep that in mind. Make sure to use the miner for the elixir pumps. And use the miner here in this case to try to take out that wizard. Uh-oh, this is not looking good for me. Okay, let's go ahead and log there. Let's go ahead and Goblin Gang there. And let's Rascals on up here, try to take out that wizard. Okay, not the greatest, but I pulled it together. Wonder if I should log all of this. Yeah, let's go ahead and log now. Get that mini P.E.K.K.A. out of the way. Chip away at the wizard. Get a Goblin Gang down to distract the mini P.E.K.K.A. Finish off the wizard there. Alright, here we go with the miner. And let's keep applying pressure on the right there. Nice. Nice, very good, because the miner's taking out that elixir pump, which is a huge positive trade for me. Alright, got to defend against that P.E.K.K.A. Let's go ahead and log this Goblin Gang, just try to get it out of the match as soon as I can. Here's the Goblin Gang for his P.E.K.K.A., his mini P.E.K.K.A. rather. Next I got Rascals. Got a lot of swarm units in here. I'm going to use the miner to try to take out that wizard. Let's use a mortar defensively here. And let's log this so I can get those fire spirits. Nice. Okay, that was good. Then I got the Goblin Gang for the mini P.E.K.K.A. Jeez, I was worried about this guy, being easy because he's a level 10, but he's giving me a run for my money here. This has proven to be quite difficult. Alright, let's be a little bit aggressive here. Oh, he uses the P.E.K.K.A. on defense. Right at the bridge. That was really good on his part. Let's see. Can I log all of this? This would be really good value if I can nip those fire spirits. Yes, I can. I got them. Perfect. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and fireball this. Get the P.E.K.K.A. and the wizard there. Battle's going to end here real soon, so I think this is going to have to be one of those matches where we play into a draw. And again, guys, when you're playing Siege, this is inevitable. You're going to end up playing matches a lot where you play into a draw. Especially here with the only 1 minute overtime. That's unfortunate. Above 4K trophies, it'll be a little bit better because I'll be getting a little bit longer overtime. So hopefully that'll give us some better matches. But anyway, I could blather on about that, but instead of doing that, let's go ahead and just jump on into another match. I have mixed feelings about Minion Horde. It's one of those cards that's kind of good when over leveled. I just never really like it. I feel like it's too easily counterable with a lot of cards that cost way less than it. You know, fire spirits and spells and just all kinds of stuff. Let's go and log this right here. And so I wouldn't normally use it in like tournament standard decks, like challenge decks, but on ladder I use it from time to time. Not a whole lot anymore, just not a fan of it too much on my main account. But this particular deck called for it, and there's a whole explanation behind it, you know, the whole spell bait thing. So I decided to kind of give it a try. And, you know, especially at this lower trophy range, you can see here that he just invested a lot of elixir, and like with the really bad placement, like with that Ice Spirit, he could have used it further away and caused it to actually jump onto my Minion Horde and counter it pretty well. Not fully shut it down, but shut it down a lot better than what he did. So here it has the potential for a lot more value, but I don't know, I don't like it in general. Like I said, it just dies to too much stuff too easily. Alright, we can see here that I'm taking out that right tower pretty easily. It's not proven to be very difficult for me, but you know, he can turn it around at any point here. Ooh, that was not the best with the mortar, but anyway, since he invested 3 elixir in that and then another 4 in the Valkyrie, then I have clear shot with my mortar, so that actually worked out quite well. Alright, let's see if the spear goblins are within range of that. I think yes, they are. Awesome. That's great. So they took out the princess. Okay, so at this point I can either choose to play defense, or I can kind of play aggressively to try to make it so that he has no opportunity to counter push or to get any good push off. You know, because if he's investing all his time and his elixir into defending, then he's not going to have any opportunity to build up a push or to use his win condition properly. So let's go ahead and log this here, send in the rascals there. And it's one of those things where you just kind of have to feel out the situation and decide, like, okay, what's the proper thing to do for this match? Do I need to counter push to keep him on his toes, because maybe he's got like a really heavy deck, for example, and you don't want to allow him to... Oh wow, look at that fireball. Oh my goodness, meant to do spear goblins there instead. Anyway, you don't want to allow him to build up, or do you want to just play defense, because you know he's got like a cycle deck, and you know you just need to keep your cool and play defense really well, and you don't have to try to, you know, get any more towers. So in this case, I'm choosing to kind of play defense at this point. I'm a little bit scared that he's going to be able to take out my tower here at the very end. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, there's the rocket. Oh! I was about to say, okay, let's keep going. It's going to be a longer match, but I misread the situation. Alright, that was it. Let's give him a good game. And you know what, guys? I think we should go ahead and jump into one more match, and then I will call it a video. Alright, let's give this guy good luck. See how it goes. And keep in mind, even though I might be a little higher level with my king level, for the most part, a lot of the card levels are the same or similar. You know, like I've only got a level 10 miner. You know, his knight there, for example, is 11, and his wizard is 12. And my common win condition is only 12, you know. So yes, it's a little bit of a rigged match as far as King Tower level goes, but it gives me the opportunity to play lower level cards that I haven't invested in as much gold or requests in, you know, to play these fun decks kind of on ladder, without, you know, needing to invest as much in leveling them up, still being able to play them. Ooh, he's got the E-Drag. That's going to be interesting. I'm wondering if I should fireball it. Probably not. I think I'll just wait for it to connect to the tower here and then kind of minion horde behind it. It's low level, so it doesn't prove to be too much of a threat there. Let's see if I can miner this. Oof, a little bit late there. But anyway, let's go in with the miner anyway. It'll get a bit of chip damage off on that right tower. And he uses the knight. The knight does a good job of taking out the miner, but he didn't use it in the perfect spot where it actually absorbed the hits from the miner. So the what was it? The knight, the miner rather, was able to still get a few swings off on the tower. Give me a little bit of tower value there. I don't know about those rascals. The way that they spawn They're all on top of each other like that. Did you guys see that? Like when I use them on top of the wizard there, he just cleaves them all. Yeah, I don't really like that. Ooh, giant skeleton. This is gonna be interesting. Excuse me, I'm gonna sip my cherry Powerade here. Definitely need to take care of that giant skeleton, because if I don't, he's going to prove to be a lot of threat. I think he is going to connect to my tower there, which is unfortunate. Oh, so close. I swear it really looked like he was going to, but I guess not. And that is great for me. Okay, there's the miner there. Tried to use it to distract the wizard, but it didn't quite work out how I wanted it to. He doesn't have fireball now. How did that fireball not take out my minion horde? I thought it hit it for sure, but I guess he was a little bit off with the placement. So let's go ahead and goblin gang this to try to distract it, and that'll give us a little something to take out the electro dragon there. And I'm just going to start applying pressure here. I'll go ahead and minion horde on top of all of this. That'll take out the knight. And let's go ahead and fireball log that wizard. That'll actually take that out. And then I'm going to mortar here, which will distract the giant skeleton. And then hopefully it'll be able to get, yeah, there we go. It'll get a shot or two off onto the tower there. One more? No. Close but no cigar. Let's go ahead and send in the miner. Let's play defense here. Ooh, scary with the fireball. That was a terrible placement of my goblin gang. Or terribly unlucky. But at this point all I need to do is fireball his tower and give him a good game. I should have done it kind of in the corner, closest to the king tower, or closest to the river in the center rather. So it was a little bit bad placement with my fireball, but anyway it worked out there and I was able to take him out before he was able to get any push going and take out my tower. Alright guys, that is it for tonight's video on this Mortar Rascals Bait deck. I appreciate you watching till the very end. Make sure to leave me a comment if you enjoy this format, or if you just want to say hi, or have any questions or anything cool like that. Until next time, thanks so much for watching guys, and have a good night.